Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, back again with another live show. Now today you may notice that even though this is a live show, that the audio may be a little bit better. And that's because I'm using a rather high-end microphone for the live stream. I'm still streaming from the iPhone 7 Plus. It is super windy out here. This is handheld. I do not have a monopod attachment today. I'm just hand holding it. But yeah, I just wanted to hope y'all can hear me okay. See a ton of people tuning in already. Beautiful day, windy day. If you're watching this at approximately 3:47 p.m. New York City time, this is a live show, so I just wanted to update everyone. Now, IrixGuy's live show is across the board. You know, it does include drones, but it includes other topics as well. So, you know, anything you want to talk about, just comment, and I have the opportunity to see and respond face veteran of hashing what you already know. But today it was an interesting opportunity because today I was able to test the Tello drone, the very small, ultra lightweight drone. I was able to take it out, and in windy conditions I was able to see how well it performed. That video is going to hit the channel probably, if not this evening, probably tomorrow. Dinesh, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Dinesh. See a lot of other people tuning in here. If you're there and want to say hi, say hi. This is a live show, so you say hi and we can interact. But yeah, so the Tello drone actually did remarkably well. Wind speeds were at times 12.3 knots, which is, you know, quite a decent wind gust. And for such a small and such a lightweight and, you know, just ultra affordable drone, the Tello held its own. Now, what was interesting though is that at times the Tello, when I took off during a really strong gust, it would immediately fall to the ground. But if it was already airborne when the gust came, it seemed to be able to compensate fairly well. Podman says, good to see you. Welcome aboard, Podman. Good to see you too. Got a lot of new faces and familiar faces tuning in to this live show. Try to do these as frequently as I can. And you know, sometimes they're in the studio, sometimes they're out in the field. Right now I'm just getting a good walk, trying to become less fat. Again, I'll eat whatever I want to eat, and I do what I want to do. But with that being said, I do mix in healthy elements and multitask while performing those healthy activities. So yeah, Tello drone's really cool. I can't wait to get those videos up on my channel so y'all can see them. Also, been doing some research with, you know, we got NAB. Is it North American Broadcasters or National Association of Broadcasters? But when you think of NAB, think of the, you know, like the news media and the big time photography and videography people. It's kind of like a CES, except it's primarily centered around video and photo equipment. So when that show occurs, we should see a ton of new tech in the area of video camera and stills camera. So that ought to be exciting. Just curious if y'all can y'all hear the wind out here, or is it pretty muffled? Because I'm coming at you with this Rode mic, and I've got a Rode dead cat. It's not a dead cat, but they call it a dead cat. It looks like a piece of fur around the mic. It's a windscreen. So I'm hoping that's doing a good job of combating this stronger than normal wind. Yeah, Podman says a bit windy. It's very windy. Actually, and I left my anemometer at the studio, but I was experiencing wind gusts 12 knots and above. So I would say now it may even be more in the 15 knot range. So it's quite blustery. But yeah, we've got this channel, something I did want to address. And this IrixGuy's live show also functions as an opportunity for everybody to link up and talk about, if you've commented about something in the past few days, past few hours, or whenever, elaborate upon that. And one of the recent comments was, a subscriber, hello from Brazil, Dual Shark. Welcome aboard, dude. Welcome aboard. Thanks for tuning in and commenting. But yeah, one of the recent comments was I'm on Patreon now. IrixGuy's on Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/IrixGuy, you can find me there, and you can choose. Again, it's not required, but you can choose. Taylor, hello, man. British Columbia, very cool place. I love the poutine when I go up there. Mind trick, get that drone up. We need a real wind test. Oh, you're gonna see it because I filmed in this wind earlier. So you're gonna see that wind speed test. But yeah, I got a lot of across the board feedback about Patreon. Some people were saying, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you're promoting it, because if you don't promote something, people aren't going to know, and you're not going to benefit from it. But then I've got a few other people that are like, man, you've lost my respect. Now you're on Patreon. I don't appreciate that. Blah, blah, blah. So like any other thing, any other situation, it's impossible to make everyone happy. But the bottom line is that, Patreon, again, it's not required, but if you choose to contribute, you can. And it's like any sort of crowd-supported activity. If you've got a lot of people that like something, if a lot of people choose to, I guess you'd say, give back, and giving back doesn't have to be, supporting me on Patreon. Giving back is as simple as thumbs up. It's as simple as subscribing, telling your friends, telling people you don't know. It's like, hey man, subscribe to this channel. It doesn't have to be support from a financial perspective. It doesn't. But with independent channels like my channel, here comes a lot of wind right now. With with independent channels like mine, all of this equipment, all of this technology that's reviewed, I mean, it cost a considerable amount to get my hands on that technology, and then to review it with the cameras. Got to have decent camera quality, decent audio quality, and that's where the Patreon component comes in. Again, I can donate my old Phantom 3 Pro prop guards. That's funny, man. But yeah, so that was a recent comment. Podman says, just having a beer. It's 8 p.m. in the United Kingdom. Well, that's good, man. What kind of beer are you drinking? What kind of beer are you drinking? Oh, this is cool right here. Look at this. Stop. Ooh. That's kind of cool. It's amazing how, even without a gimbal, this iPhone 7 Plus does a pretty good job of stabilization. But yeah, Sing's beer. Never heard of it, but it sounds good, man. Sounds very good. Is that like a stout or an IPA or some other kind of beer? So yeah, right now, if you're watching this at approximately 3:55 p.m. New York City time, oh, it's Thai beer from Thailand. Very cool. That's the place I want to go, man. I think it'd be cool, to go over to Thailand and just go out and get some of those, some of that street food, meat and stuff on a stick. I think that would be delicious. Looks like a cool country. It really does. Never heard of Thai beer, never had Thai beer, but I bet it's very tasty. It's cool. So yeah, we're getting into getting close to April, and you know, looking forward to the 1st of April. You know, April Fool's coming up, April Fool's Day. But Taylor says, you still collect coins? Definitely. I definitely collect coins. I've been grounded in Oklahoma because of wind. Man, Oklahoma's no joke. I've been out there several times to OKC, Oklahoma City, and it's a fun place. And I know what's funny, that airport, y'all's airport out there is super intuitive. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to get lost in the Oklahoma City airport. And one of the best things rather about Oklahoma City airport is that they have Shiner Bock on tap, which is awesome. Ponca City, Oklahoma, very cool. Yeah, man, I've been to what's it called, Norman, which is right outside Oklahoma City. I went to some sort of Will Rogers International's airport for sure. Some sort of Japanese place in Norman City. It was pretty good. And then went to stayed in that little, it was a nice hotel, but it was cheap. La Quinta, right next to some sort of I forget the name of it. It was a bar. It had all kinds of beers and dartboards and all sorts of good stuff. Was it not O'Malley's? It was something, but it was in the parking lot right next to La Quinta. And I'd go over there, and you know, I was out there doing work stuff, and I'd go over there and throw darts and drink beer, and it was pretty cool. Oklahoma City's a great city, man. A great city, but it is windy, and y'all do have. Speaking of that, remember there was a show on TV not too long ago. Well, I think it was called Storm Chasers. I think it was on Discovery Channel. And that kind of died out, man. They had the TIV, Tornado Intercept Vehicle, and all that stuff. I remember watching that, and I think those guys came out of Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man. Well, maybe that wind will die down so you can take her airborne. Find a big indoor space though. It's often fun to fly those drones indoors. But yeah, so Tello was was quite impressive. I mean, the fact that, you know, with moderate wind gusts of approximately 12 knots, you know, the first time I tried to take it off, it took off and it immediately crashed. But once I got it airborne, even up to about 15 knots, it was still able to maintain flight, which was pretty cool. So, I mean, you know, if you look at Tello and you say, oh man, that's a toy drone. Well, in many countries and on paper, a lot of people may perceive it as a toy, at least at this point in time. But to be so light and so small, that Tello does an amazing job. So, you know, for that reason, if you don't yet have a drone, or you're pondering whether you should become involved with the drone hobby, and I'll have a lot of videos to support this that'll be posted to my channel soon. But yeah, just go to IrixGuy.com/Tello. That's like hello, except you replace the H with a T. IrixGuy.com/Tello, because it's a fun drone. It's an inexpensive drone. It's USB rechargeable. It has the DJI DNA, even though it's made by a company called Rise Technologies. It has the DJI DNA. So what was so cool is that I was immediately able to pick up the Tello, and because of my years of experience flying DJI drones, Phantom 1, Phantom 2, Phantom 2 Vision Plus, Phantom 3 Pro, Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Pro, Mavic Pro, Mavic Air, Spark, I was able to quickly pick up the Tello and know exactly how to control it. And for that reason, for a beginner's drone, for someone that's just getting started with the drone hobby, I would highly recommend Tello, because you can get your hands around how it handles and what to expect. And then if you choose to spend more, become more heavily invested within the drone hobby, then you can step up to a DJI drone. Red Fat Drone Guy, great speech though. Hey, getting less fat, and the only way to get less fat, man, is to get out and walk. Because if you get out and you walk, if you walk in, you talk. See, I'm walking, and now I'm pointing my finger, which is bad, pointing my finger. But it's all about that beer gut. Look at that. See, it's getting less, I'm less flabby. And I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that their only focus, and camera angle can make a difference too. See, look at that. See, when I look like this, I look more fat because I got a fat chin. But the thing is that it's all about any rumblings on Mavic 2 or Phantom 5. Really tired of Phantom 3 Pro. Well, again, my assumption was that Phantom 5 was going to be the next drone after we got Mavic Air. But the consensus opinion seems to be that Mavic Pro 2 will likely arrive before Phantom 5. And that has also sparked the speculation, well, is DJI going to discontinue the Phantom line? You know, why would DJI release a Mavic Pro 2 right after Mavic Air? Wouldn't that cannibalize the sales of Mavic Air? Or does that mean that Mavic Pro 2 is going to be radically advanced? Is the price tag going to be radically enhanced as well? You know, are we going to see them segment Mavic Pro 2 from Mavic Air with a huge performance increase and potentially noticeable price increase? If they do that, it could make sense. And it could also foreshadow that, sorry about that wind, man, I know it's blowing hard, but it could also foreshadow that the Phantom line may be being discontinued, or the Phantom line may quickly morph into something more pro grade. So there's a lot of speculation out there. My gut would have told me that Nazmul, thanks, man, that means a lot. Thanks everyone for your support. My gut tells me that that Phantom 5 should be next, but since it doesn't seem that it's going to be, because there's so many people that I trust indicating that it's probably not going to be, that really mixes things up. So if the Phantom 5 is released next, then I would expect the let's play with this color setting here. Look at that. All these different colors. Look, that's kind of weird. Let's put it back on normal. We don't need all those effects. No, we don't. Let me get this out of the way here. So anyway, yeah. Phantom 5, the fact that Phantom 5 is not, doesn't seem to be the next drone is kind of strange. But I think they've got to give Mavic Air time to breathe. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense that we would see something at NAB, and it would make more sense that would be, I would be okay if Phantom were discontinued, as long as Mavic camera quality, let's see, I gotta pop that back up, man. My comments kind of flew by there. Sorry about that. I encountered a catastrophic failure with the live stream, but I'm back up. So, yeah, Mavic Pro 2, I think it's imminent, somewhat imminent, that Mavic Pro 2 will probably be next. We may or may not see another Phantom. If we do, it's probably going to be a very pro-grade Phantom, and we're probably going to see a more pro-grade Mavic Pro 2. So, you know, Mavic Air will become the entry-level 4K drone, which is definitely not entry-level from a performance perspective. Mavic Pro 2 will become the step up from that. It'll probably replace the throne that Phantom currently has. And then Phantom will be like, hey, we're not too big and we're not too heavy, but we're still inconvenient. But with that inconvenience, we will bring you better battery life. We will bring you a better camera. We will bring you better performance and moderate wind. So I think that all makes sense. and again, we won't know this until things materialize, but it would seem to make sense that something be released at or around NAB, the NAB show that's coming up. And the NAB show would be the perfect audience to release something more pro grade, because those NAB people, you know, they're broadcasters, they're spoiled by all that expensive camera and audio equipment, and they want something better. You know, even if the perception is that it's better, when the people that they're filming see it in their hands, they want that because they're broadcasters and they want to be perceived as being the best. They've got the best gear, the fanciest brands, the fanciest equipment. Even if it's not any better, it's still the perception piece because they are broadcasters. So for me, on the other hand, I don't really care. I mean, I will fly a drone with hot wing sauce dripping off of my face. I don't care. If I'm enjoying a plate of hot wings and I happen to want to fly a drone, I may pick up drone controller, wing sauce dripping off my face, and fly. I don't care what people think. So for that reason, I'm going to stick with what makes the most sense. And, you know, right now, you know, unless Phantom 2 Pro brings something that is just exceptional to the table, then I'm going to stick with Mavic Air. Because today, at approximately 4:09 p.m. New York City time, the Mavic Air is my favorite drone. And it's replaced my previous favorite drone, which was Phantom 4. You know, I don't have tap to focus. I get consistently excellent and rock solid 4K video. A comment came in, let me flash this up here. Is the Mavic Air camera greater than Mavic Pro? What do you say? Well, so I had the Mavic Pro. I did not like the Mavic Pro. I like the small size and the performance and the battery life of the Mavic Pro. But what was the deal breaker for me with the Mavic Pro was the tap to focus requirement. Mavic Pro did 4K 30. It looked pretty good. But getting focus was a crapshoot. There was no way to know. You know, after I filmed that video, was it well focused or was it poorly focused? And for that reason, I didn't like the Mavic Pro. And I went back to the less convenient Phantom 4. But with the Phantom 4, I got consistently excellent 4K video. To answer your question, is the camera on the Mavic Air better than the Mavic Pro? First of all, Mavic Air camera writes to the SD card at 100% at 100 megabits per second. The Mavic Air, if you're familiar with dynamic range, or if you're familiar with HDR, high dynamic range, then you'll probably look at a video that was filmed with Mavic Pro and then one that was filmed with Mavic Air, and you'll probably see that the Mavic Air's camera has a lot better HDR. I've got the red Mavic Air, and I got it because it kind of looks like a race car. You know, it's got that look to it. It looks really cool. And but with that said, if you got white or black, probably shouldn't make a difference. The misconception I had before I ordered it is that the belly of it, the bottom of it, may be red also. Now, you know, just like my red shirt, if I had a black or white shirt on, I blend in better with the clouds. So with red, if the bottom was red, you know, it would have been a huge advantage, because flying visual line of sight to be safe and responsible, being able to better see that drone because of the bright red color contrasting against the cloudy or blue sky background has an advantage. But again, with the belly not being red, it didn't really provide a significant advantage. But I still like the red. Whatever color you get, just go to my website, IrixGuy.com, or go to epicdroneshow.com, and then go to Drone Store. And you can find all the drones, all the drone accessories, the bundles, the different colors, and a whole lot more. So, you know, if I had to buy another drone today, I would buy another Mavic Air just because it's good. And I mean, yeah, people say, man, the battery life, it's not that good. Well, if I can't film a video, given my years of experience flying drones since Phantom 1, if I can't film a video and have 3 retakes and not get it right, there's something wrong, and it's not the drone. I'm filming video clips about 5 minutes in duration with a solid 16 minutes of battery life from the Mavic Air. I can film the clip once, and if I mess up, I can film it again, and if I mess up, then I've still got another 6 minutes, maybe plus 2 or 3 more minutes to film a third time. Or if I'm really good, I can do boom, 1 5-minute video clip, boom, another, and then a third. So get 3 5-minute 4K 30 video clips out of one battery. Let's see, we got comments coming in here. What is your profession? Well, you know, I will summarize that within a few sentences. So my profession is, number one, entrepreneur. And when someone says an entrepreneur, people say, ooh, that's just an excuse for saying unemployed. That's how some people use the term entrepreneur to classify themselves. In my case, entrepreneur means, look, I'm not looking for cookie cutter stuff. I know that there's cookie cutter ways to do things and cookie cutter ways to, you know, to make a living in this, that, and the other. And that's fine and dandy for people that lack creative abilities. But in my situation, I'm an entrepreneur from the perspective that I will try to find any opportunity. I will innovate and try to find creative ways to generate money. And that's what I do. So my profession is not one thing. My profession is a round-the-clock hustler. And I am, without a doubt, hustling around the clock. Now, I do sleep, but the sleep is sometimes minimal because, you know, being a hustler, there's so many, so many things that one must do concurrently. And a lot of those concurrent pursuits feed off of one another. So I'm a hustler. If you were asking, that's my profession. I'm a full-time hustler. So next question, let's move on here. Great questions. Let's see, this wind's dying down now. There's a creepy van up here with no windows. That doesn't look good. It's kind of weird. I kind of keep my distance from that. I don't want to get jacked. Let's see. Keep my distance. So yeah, we got a bunch of good stuff going on. If you're watching this at approximately 4:16 p.m. New York City time, this is a live show, so maybe it has free candy. I don't know, but it looks brand new. Let's see, if I can get it on video without looking creepy, I'll try to do that. Probably already look stupid enough because I've got a furry windscreen on my microphone. Very cool. So, yep, 29 minutes in, you know, we had the connectivity issue. So that was interesting that we encountered that. But, oh, it's nothing creepy. They're researching a new van. It's like a car salesman thing. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of power lines, man. Got to keep it running. A lot of power lines. Let's see here. So if you think I was joking about the van, check this out. So there's the van. Creepy van. Creepy, creepy van. So anyway. Yep. Still waiting for Mavic Pro 2. Yeah, Mavic Pro 2, man. I'm excited, but even though I'm excited, man, oh, looks like we got some storms coming. Not good, not good. Time to evacuate almost. Hurricane season's no joke. It's really not. Yeah, Mavic Pro 2, man, it's going to be interesting to see how it competes, or how it attempts to outshine or dethrone DJI's Mavic Air. Because Mavic Air is great. It really is. And I'm in the middle of the street. It's not good. I don't want to get run over. But with all the texting while driving today, getting run over is always a possibility. So keep that in mind. Be safe. And if your adventures take you outside to a street, you're out on the street, be careful. Because even if you're aware of what's going on, there's idiots everywhere texting while driving and not paying attention. I even saw someone reading a book, the driver, with one leg up on the dash. It is crazy. Yeah, that's not a way I want to generate more views though. But yeah, not an upcoming topic. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Check out epicdroneshow.com. This was an IrixGuy's live show, but I'll have Epic Drone Show live. Look at that wind. YouTube legend. Appreciate that. Hey, dude. Loyal viewer, and that means more than a YouTube legend or whatever. I've got to evacuate. You can see the wind right here is getting pretty intense. Look at this shrubbery. The shrubbery is blowing pretty hard in the wind. I've got to shelter. So on that note, stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already. YouTube.com/IrixGuy. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Be safe.